Action. My name is Glenn.
My name is Ryan.
Wow, that was a little delayed. That is interesting. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to our YouTube channel. We do this every Wednesday where we talk about what's going on in the market. Before we get started, if you can hear us loud and clear, please let us know in the chat affirmatively, preferably with VV Nation, to let us know that we are coming across loud and clear. Guess what?
What?
It's Nvidia's earnings day.
Woo! Busy day, big day in the market.
And the market's
Nvidia.
feeling some effects of it.
And they're not.
And so far, they're not feeling it.
Not feeling it at all.
How many people watched the video last night that I put on the YouTube channel about Nvidia earnings? Just type a one. Wow, thank you, Captain Obvious. But with that being said, Joey, just type a one in the room if you watched the video. As Joey said, there's about 2,300 people that watched it. Normally when we put out an NVIDIA video, it gets a lot of views. Maybe y'all are just getting tired of hearing about NVIDIA, or maybe because Janice didn't tell me to put it up, and that was the reason.
That's probably the reason.
It probably was.
Can't go against Janice.
Janice was the last time she said that we had like 15,000 views. It's still going up. It's pushing 25,000 views on the video.
That video will probably do really good tonight, actually, with
You think
NVIDIA's
so?
earnings. I would think so.
All right, well, we'll see. Y'all need to invite y'all peeps to get to go watch it. Janice says, you get what you pay for. Wow.
Oh, Janice, you should have heard Joey a second ago.
Wow.
Shots fired.
Janice, are you going to Tampa? Because you and I may have to have a conversation. I just want to know if you going to, and Janice be like, yeah, right. And she'd be like, I'm gonna have my husband there. You want to still have some conversation? I'd be like, nope. Hi, Janice. How you doing? Glad to meet you. That's how that'll be exactly how that goes down. All right. So with that being said, again, a lot going on in regards to Nvidia, the hype behind Nvidia,
Or lack of.
So I'm with Ryan. Ryan and I were talking about this before we came on. Nvidia may have an opportunity to pull back after the earnings report. I still think it's resilient enough that it will continue moving up higher. I am still on the no-fly list, says Jake. Damn, that sucks. But Janice says, doubt it, but you never know. All right, Nvidia, buy or sell. With me, Raul, I'm not going to tell anybody to buy into earnings. All right, I will let you know that I do own NVDA and I am holding through earnings, but that is me. Would I tell anybody to buy before earnings? The answer to that is no. I don't think Ryan and I either would tell you to buy any stock before earnings.
And if you do, just know it's an aggressive move.
Right, right. Didn't know I joined a cowboy show. Well, smack this. This is Western Wednesday, something I started about a year ago. Joey thinks it's, when we come in with our hats, it's Halloween. It got nothing to do with Halloween. It is something that I started a while ago. Has it really caught on at VectorVest? No. But that's all right.
Glenn's always wanted to be a cowboy, and that's why we do it.
I've never even ridden a horse.
But you rode in a bull.
I did ride a bull a little bit, but it was.
How long were you on that bull?
And I was only about a couple of minutes, but it didn't move. It was just sitting there. We had
Glenn's 7-minute career as a cowboy.
Yeah, and listen, that's where I wanted. Just Too Hot Motorsports says it's the Glenn. Isaac told me to tune. What? Oh man, Isaac is my son. Isaac is my son, and looks like he got a friend of his to log in. Awesome, I'm loving that. I'm glad that my kids tell their friends to listen in. But thank you for putting that out there, Too Hot Motorsports. All right, I'm hoping you're talking about the same Isaac. I hope yeah, he says yes, sir. That is awesome.
Okay.
Let me ask, are you a Marine? I just want to know, are you a Marine? And if you are, hoorah. All right.
Notice G-Money's comment. Can Nvidia pull SMCI up after earnings?
Now, interesting.
SMCI got the big pop.
Right,
like
and you know why they got.
You
know why they got the pop. They
got a new auditor.
They got a new auditor, and they said they got a plan to keep from being delisted. So
correct.
I'm thinking that a lot of people are looking at the whole idea of, is SMI at a point that it's a bargain? Because fundamentally it is sound. But they just went through all of the bad stuff, all of the bad press, pushed it down. It is undervalued because it got pushed so far down. Is it now a buying opportunity? So Too Hot says, yes, I am. Oorah, devil dog. All right, and thank you for that, Joey. Thank you for your service to Too Hot Motorsports. My son, in case you don't know, is a Marine. I'm a Marine, and now he's got a Marine friend who's tuning in, which I appreciate.
Nice.
All right, I need to reach out to Isaac and tell him thank you for that. Mara had some news. Now it's moving. Miners are moving right now, Jazz, and I'm with Ryan when it comes down to crypto, that I would rather play the Bitcoin ETF, Ethereum, and Solana. I'm with him on those three plays. And I think that the miners are moving because crypto is moving, but crypto halved. So even all of the Bitcoin that they're finding is cheaper, and it needs to catch up. So I'm not on the miner space for crypto, but if it's giving you an opportunity to make some money, go make it. Amir says, should we buy Bitcoin itself? If you got the money to go buy some Bitcoin, you go do that. What's it sitting at?
Like $90,000.
If you can spend the money on it, go get it.
I like an ETF.
I'm with you.
You can get ETFs. Yeah, there's different ones, but $20 to $60. There's all kinds of ETFs to choose from. Some of them you can double, triple leverage.
And I'm in IBIT, so I'm a 2-time leverage. I'm on it. All right, let's get into the software and look at what's going on from a market timing perspective. You know that's what we do. Let's go to market timing. And on a 3-month graph, this is what we see with the VectorVest composite. For those of you who may be new, the VectorVest composite is an index that tracks over 9,000 stocks in one indicator. What you're looking at is the move of over 9,000 stocks on a graph. And when we look at today's activity, the market is right at this level of resistance. I can't read that number.
72.22.
And that's on our VectorVest composite, a down day today. But notice for the last 4 days, the market overall is just moving sideways. I think a lot of this is in anticipation of what's going on with Nvidia. A lot of people are sitting back saying, all right, we're gonna wait. So questions keep coming up. I keep getting them. Should I buy Nvidia now? And my answer to that is, again, I'm not gonna tell you to buy into earnings. If you already are holding Nvidia in any way, shape, form, or fashion, personally, I'm holding through earnings. I'm not gonna tell anybody out there that you need to do that as well.
And it's still undervalued in the VectorVest software. I was looking at the valuation today. It was like 152, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, then we're still fine. The market's still in an uptrend. Even with the volatility that we've had in the market still overall is in an uptrend. Earnings, interest, and inflation are the three things that move markets globally. Companies are still beating their earnings. Even though they may have guided lower, companies are still beating their earnings. Interest rates are starting to fall. Inflation, the rate of inflation is falling, but the high prices are still there, so it pretty much still sucks. Plain and simple. That's what it comes down to. Inflation still is a bear. But the rate of inflation is slowed, and the Fed, how many of you still think that the Fed's going to cut in December? I'm going to start with you. What do you think?
As of right now, I'm going to say yes, and that'll be the last cut.
Okay. Well, I think there's going to be, I don't know. I think
either that or they'll wait till January.
And that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they may pause in December.
I could see the pause, yeah. Cut.
I think that they may pause in December and ramp up going into 2025. But if the market's rocking and rolling, folks, inflation is going to become a problem again. They're going to try to offset the inflation issue by dropping the price of oil, by drilling for lots and lots of oil. We're going to sell lots and lots of oil, which could actually curtail the price or curtail inflation. So we'll have to see how that works out. But a few people are saying that the alert just hit. That's weird. That's strange. I set the alert for 2 o'clock.
Late.
What time is it? It's usually between 2 and 2:05. Pause, gradual cuts. Yeah, I think that they pause in December. All right, January cut. You think that goes back up to 50 basis points in January? Ooh,
I don't think so.
I think the biggest cut was the first cut, and that was the one that was the 50 basis cut. I don't think they go higher than that. I don't think they'd go higher than that. But
unless inflation moves dramatically in one way or the other, I don't see the need for such a big cut.
I didn't see a need for any freaking cut. That's my 2 cents in regards to that. Well, inflation. I know inflation. I know, but the economy is still halfway decent. The jobs number, people are still working. All right, so, and that's their mandate, is to stabilize price and keep maximum employment. So, all right, let's get into the news. Let's go talk about the news that's moving the market. U.S. stocks slip as Target slumps. Target got smoked like a pound of bacon.
Pound of bacon?
I was going to say.
Maybe 2 pounds of bacon.
I was going to say weed, but I can't say that. Can I say that, like a pound of weed?
I don't think so, Glenn.
All right, so
it's your job, buddy.
Is this one of the times that I asked for forgiveness instead of for permission?
I don't know. It depends. When do you want to collect your last check?
All righty then. Well,
probably not.
Target got smoked. But it's interesting because Target got hit, TJ Maxx got hit. A lot of the retailers are getting hit, and but there is a bright spot in the retail space, and that's one of my stories that's coming up in a second. What happened to Powell? I didn't see any specific news on Powell. I still like the stock, but I didn't see any specific news on Powell to make me bring it to the table. So I guess it's something that I would take a look at, but I didn't see anything in particular that moved Powell. All right. And again, I think that the market in general is waiting for Nvidia earnings. First story, after that, it's going to be Ryan. Why did you bring it all the way down to the bottom and leave it there? Go ahead, because I got something to say about this.
What do you got to say about it?
I got to say, I don't know, with everybody moaning and complaining about inflation, why are travel stocks still going up?
They're hot right now.
Why?
I don't know why they're
hot. I told you.
This is why it's hot, because they're expecting growth.
This is why it's hot.
This is why it's hot. Even though the consumer is getting pinched right now, 4% growth year over year, and they're expecting it. And this is the reason why I scrolled down, right?
Okay.
Because you can see that from the title, the focus was on their higher end customers.
Oh, Powell missed on earnings, so that's what it was. Okay. Yeah.
I'm trying.
It was further down. Because I was reading the story with you.
Oh, yeah.
We need to play the theme music for Jeopardy.
Well, anyways, what I was trying to get to was
Excuse me.
First class tickets with Delta was the highest ever sold this quarter. Before this quarter, normally it's like upgraded. You know, a lot of people do upgraded tickets or the rewards programs, that kind of thing. Well, more people were buying first class tickets than ever, which is a good sign of growth and a strong consumer. If more customers are willing to pay the premium. What?
But everybody's complaining about prices are high.
Well, apparently not these
I'm
customers.
just saying, people are complaining. Well, the minute, and they're going to still upgrade to first class. Talk to me. When you fly, do you try to upgrade to first class?
Yes, I do check my little app to see if I can upgrade to first class. If I had the money, I would just buy it.
Listen, that's an honest answer. That's enough. Okay.
Sometimes you get a free upgrade. Sometimes it's
that does show growth if people are willing to pay the extra money to upgrade to first class.
Yeah. So like the 4%. You know, I mean, that's positive just because I know there's a lot of concerns going into 2025. But a sense of more first class tickets being sold shows, I guess, a stronger consumer. Not only is there going to be growth, but also a stronger consumer.
So do we continue to cut interest rates when you have a stronger consumer?
No.
Okay. That's been my point all this time since we've been cutting interest rates. All right, don't go there yet.
Don't go there yet.
Alex says, I know we don't talk politics, but if the U.S. government caps interest rates to 10%, what does this do to the market? I would suggest a rally because more money to be spent in the economy. I think that if we cut interest rates, the whole idea is that it puts money into people's pockets. That's going to stir up growth in the economy. I mean, that's just first and front and center. So the cutting in the interest rates, I think, is a good thing for the economy. But if the economy is already doing well, do you need to overstimulate the economy? And what becomes more of an inflationary thing? And that therein lies the problem.
And that puts us right back in the same situation.
Absolutely, and then we'll have
just crawling out of.
Yeah, there we go. Lynette said something that I saw. Where is it? Lynette says United will outdo Delta. Well, you know, I'm American. I like American Airlines, and as VectorVest, that's what we fly. But maybe we need to do a video on
who's got the best.
Who's the best airline out there, out of the top three? It'd be interesting. It ain't Spirit. Believe you me, I got nothing good to say about Spirit. I ain't got a ding dang darn thing to say nice about Spirit.
I love the memes and the reels
I
of
am
Spirit.
so
They're pretty
not
funny.
feeling Spirit. Not even a little bit. They were like, well, you got to pay. I put it in the little bag thing, and they were like,
oh, that's where they get you.
yeah, they do. That little freaking thing is so itty bitty tiny. And I put it in there and said, well, what if I don't have the money? And they did this in unison. I said, what if I don't have the money to pay for it? They said, then it ain't going. I was like, wow, just like that. So I got nothing nice to say about Spirit, not even a little bit. All right, Spirit is probably the worst airlines in the U.S. Too many fights on American. I ain't never fought on American. I ain't never fought on American. I get in there and be like, hey, everybody, what's up? Hey. All right. So next story, let's go Walmart. Walmart shares, Walmart shares surge as, now this is interesting when we talk about middle America.
Yeah.
We talk about people spending money. As six-figure income households, six figures starts at 100,000.
Yeah.
Okay, drives 75% of growth in Q3. People come to us to shop as a primary, Walmart. When did you ever think that people making six figures was going to go to Walmart as the primary source of shopping?
But I'm not surprised that trend has occurred, because if you think about it, $100,000 today is $50,000 just 6 years ago in purchasing power, or at least, rough math.
Okay, that's okay. I can get down with that.
So unless you're making well over $100,000, then you can go to
Macy's?
Target, the story I did.
We're not going to. So
But they're not going to Target.
But
that's why they dropped.
Well, it's because normally Target is looked at as the people who have a little bit more money.
Back and forth. The
Yeah.
Target's the story I did. It plunged 20%.
Why?
The reason why? Because all their high-end customers went to Walmart. That's why it plunged 20%.
Again, where did you think that you would ever hear that six-figure people would be shopping at Walmart?
Well, when everything started costing twice as much.
Interesting, but Walmart is the biggest the biggest retail brick and mortar store.
But I bet you one thing.
What's that?
And one thing's going to come out of this.
What's that?
20% plunge in the stock.
Right.
Who do you think they're going after now?
Walmart.
You're about to see discount. You're about to see sales. You're about to see a whole new strategy
So
with
what
Target.
they're going to do is they're going to hurt the bottom line. Just as long as they can stay in the black in the bottom line, you're right.
They got to go after the consumers.
So guess what? This may be an amazing Christmas holiday season. If Target, TJ Maxx, Ross stores, everybody is.
I'm still holding my TJ Maxx in my portfolio. It
got-
hasn't done much of anything.
They got hit too.
But I'm surprised that I would think okay, less people are shopping at Target.
Okay.
Going to Walmart makes sense.
Okay.
I would think the same thing with a TJ Maxx. Less people going to a Nordstrom, a Belk's, high-end retailers getting the discounts from a TJ Maxx, those kind of Ross.
Like you said.